Another week in an AP update really changed things around. I'm going to give you guys my insight into what I've found so far. We will do an actual abilities video soon. Maybe it's not this week, but it is going to be coming soon. I don't want to just rush and be like, use these abilities, because I could be wrong, and I don't like to be wrong. But it is the best team in Madden, the gameplay edition. We're going to break down a game against an extremely difficult opponent. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Let's take out this team, our AP, and break down a game. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? Welcome to the best team in Madden, where we break down our lineup and do all that sort of stuff. I know 99 is possible. We're not a 99 on this squad because it's not the best team. But I feel like for what we're doing right now, this team is really works great. Break down a couple things of what I noticed, how the game is playing and all that. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. That would be super cool. Make sure you are subscribed, and then the pinned comment today is going to have a link to the Underdog Fantasy. You guys want to join, lots of NBA still going on there, and if you guys are better at it than I am, probably, but make sure you use code TheActualCC. You can click that link or download the app. I would use my phone for everything, basically. And then I totally forgot about this one thing, that we actually have a profile on Cameo, because someone requested one yesterday. I totally forgot that was a thing. So if you guys ever want anything from me on there, go check that out. Feel free, whatever you want. It's cool. Break this down today. So we're still rocking full Rams 50. I think it's 51 at 50. And yeah. I mean, we picked up Mike Allstott this week. You know, Jason Kelsey, we pulled him. So we just held on to him. I did not power him up, though. Maybe we do to get a gold 99 center. I don't know. Otherwise, again, the team really stayed static. Last week was so big with all the ultimate legends and honors and everything going on. So this week, a little bit of a down week, and again, that's totally fine. We don't need to blow up our team every single week. Now, let's talk about AP right here. All right. So I stopped using Escape Artist. I did notice quite a few people still using Escape Artist. I'd say like 30% of the games I played this weekend were Escape Artist games. It's still very good, and it's still very much a crutch for a lot of people. I get why they use it. I'm not going to hate on them. They just do. Okay. So I went with the no Escape Artist path, using 2 post-ups at my guards. We went with Joe Namath, Long Range Deadeye, Hot Rod Master, and Gunslinger. I personally feel the need for Gunslinger. I know some people use Pass Lead Elite. That's a personal preference. It really is always going to be. And Long Range Deadeye just helps not miss throws deep. And I like to throw the ball deep, so that's why I use that there. And then we had 1 extra AP. I put it on Jamar Chase for Deep Out Elite. Again, I could have been any of the receivers, really, truly. One thing that I've seen a comment come up a few times, and I actually had it pop up on my Twitter this morning, it was about man-beating abilities. Are they necessary? And I think sometimes they can be necessary, especially when you are playing a game like that. But we're actually going to be playing man in the video today, so I'll break that down. Can be helpful, you know, having a route tech on the field. I would say I play man far less than I play zone. It's a tricky situation. Do you really want to be putting AP out there that you don't need? Sometimes, right? I don't know. But really, like I said, no big changes on the team. We put Mike Allstott at fullback, had him return kicks, and didn't break a kickoff for anything. It's fine. Defensively, again, no real changes here. We do have 99 Cam now, I guess, would be the only difference. We didn't add Vince Wilfork. We didn't add Aaron Glenn. I just no need to add some of these guys, truly, in my opinion. Maybe we get some more this week. Even with the combine stuff, Justin Simmons is a really good. Byron Jones is good. But none of these guys, they just didn't really fit. And if they get their boosts, those +1s from combine performances, maybe we'll look at them a little bit harder. But I just didn't really see much to do here. So again, Leroy Hirsch, Aaron Donald, Jack Youngblood were our main pass rushers. And here's where I went with my AP. And I'm going to be changing this up. We had Flat Zone KO and Lurker on Luke Kuechly. He's on the field a lot for what I do. So I was like, well, maybe we should have Lurker on him just in case, right? I'm pretty sure he caught 1 interception all weekend. I'm pretty sure he batted down a ton of balls. The Lurker just doesn't like force him to catch the ball. So maybe Pick Artist is a little bit better. And I don't know if maybe you need both for click on interceptions for a linebacker. Pick Artist, again, I went with a lot of that this weekend. Unpredictable on Jack Youngblood. Defensive Rally was one of those abilities that went down in AP to 1. We tried that out. I don't really know if it worked or it didn't work. It's kind of difficult to say. Same thing with Run Stopper, Unpredictable. More Pick Artist there. Aaron Donald, Inside Stuff, Run Stopper, Unpredictable. Again, I might stop. I don't really know what I want to do best on defense, so I think I might change some stuff up a little bit. Again, more Pick Artist here. A couple acrobats, still very effective on my 2 users essentially. And then we have Pick Artist on Jalen Ramsey. So not too crazy going on there. Special teams, Hecker, Tucker, fine. Power halfback, Derrick Henry, no fumbles. I had a lot of fumbles against me this weekend. Eric Dickerson, I think he had 1 or 2. And I actually had a game where Joe Namath fumbled 4 times. 4 times. And it's not like I was running crazy. 3 of them were behind the line. 1 was forced by Deion Sanders. So just some unfortunateness. Sometimes you just get unfortunate, right? It is what it is. Just chalk it up to bad luck. Strategy items, play fake, deep route specialist. No need for 2 deep route specialists on this team because all the receivers already have 99 speed, so I'm not going to be doing that. We still need 2 in the zone cards to maximize our speed there, and using the super QBs. So let's switch this up and let's talk about the game we played this weekend. I'm going to break this down for you guys, and I want to make sure we know exactly what is going on here. We're playing against Big Bully EB, maybe known as Nini. He does stream on Twitch. He streams his games on Twitch if you guys want to go check him out. Very tough player. Made a lot of really deep runs this year, but I don't think I'd played him. If I did, I apologize, but I do not think I played him. But I've seen him play plenty on other people's streams, so advantage me knowing what he wants to do. But with the new AP update, it's a little scary because defense gets all that extra AP. So he is very off meta offensively. You will see formations you've probably not seen before. Defensively, he is going to blitz you out of man formations constantly, and all of his AP is in man coverage abilities on 4 people. He's got his 2 safeties for corners with short route, mid route, and deep route KO. It's pretty crazy. So I went into this thinking like, okay, I know what he wants to do here. And I'm still I'm always just experimenting a little bit here. It's why my win totals have been down, but I've been enjoying it better, so that's totally fine. When you play someone like this, I always sort of have in my mind like, okay, well, if you think that man defense is really effective, maybe you're not very good against it as well. We can try and fight fire with fire. So that was my plan going into this game. The difference is I do not have a single man beating ability on offense, and I don't have any man abilities on defense. Okay. So we are the Rams in blue. He is the Rams in white. Just so we know here. Now I'm CC, his TTV. So again, like I'm setting stuff up and gonna put my guys in the right positions here, and we're gonna try to play man. Man blitzes. I've never really run like a man blitz. aside from mid blitz and solos. So I wasn't going to try anything like that. That's just really out of my comfort zone. And I have my defense and my abilities, my personnel set up to run a lot of 2-4-5 odds. So that's where we fall here. And again, his formations, I'm like, is he a heavy runner? Is he not a heavy runner? I'm not always sure about that, because out of these formations, what do you expect? I don't know what whip ins is as a play. I've never seen it before, but it is a great play against man. He smoked us on both sides of it as well. So again, my goal here is to just try to play man, see what we can get going on here. With a little more patience, he's probably going to be able to get some of these passes off. Additionally, I think we're at a bit of advantage here with him wanting to pass because he's using Cam Newton. Obviously, you have escape artist there, but you're not going to have the gunslinger or anything like that. So part of it worked out well in my favor. Pass lead, we pass lead, elite escape artist there. So again, me trying here, again, he's going to beat us on a lot of these routes. Without abilities, man is still okay, but you can get really, really smoked with the right ability, especially on next gen. The way the game plays, people get bumped, all sorts of stuff. So it can be good and bad. He goes to old school PA draw shot. Do you remember that was like Madden 16? Madden 16. That was a sick play. You know, I thought we sacked him there. We actually didn't. So even here in this case, I was trying to disguise what I was doing. Let's say here, you know, coming out with a man look and not really running man. But again, he's gonna laser us there. I don't know what these plays are. I don't know what to expect. I don't know which runs he had. I don't know anything. I don't even know what playbook he's in. Is like, that's the depth of it. I assume maybe like a run balance, but I don't know. I've never really looked in it enough to really have an idea. So we actually had really good run defense against him here. A lot of these under center runs and all this sort of stuff. The players just reacted really well. I thought we were going to get absolutely gashed by some of this stuff. But again, you see, he's doing a pretty good job of moving the ball, but he's playing slow. He's not this big explosive offensive player either. And if you guys know my philosophy, the more plays I can keep you on the field, the more chances you have to make a mistake. It's a pretty standard thing. And this is going how I would want it to go, right? Sure, I would have liked to pick 6 or stop or whatever at this point, but it's totally fine that we don't have it because the game is going slow, and I think we both are maybe slower players at times here as well. So just good lasers. I'm not putting extra zones out. You know, when I play a lot of man coverage, I'm throwing zones out randomly here to try to throw people off. Because for the most part, if a good player, or in this case, a great player, has a really good idea of what they should do to beat man coverage. So you got to throw a couple zones out there at different zone drops and all sorts of stuff. So we get kind of lucky there. Again, like you see me just trying to adjust away. And I feel like we're a little fortunate on a couple of these runs here. Stretch, I feel like it should work. It's not really working for him at this point, so that's good for us. So we're 3rd and goal from the 6. If we can hold the 3 here, that's a gigantic W. Because points are going to be at a premium in this game with the way he plays. His play on defense is to try to force mistakes, right? My play on offense is to control the game. So one of us is going to have a bit of a battle here. So if he had a little more time there, he gets us. But we had really good adjustments here. I hate that we don't always see it all, but we see we get a cloud flat on the left, a hard flat on the right, a hook curl there. So again, we know that we are leaving that outside left receiver. Nobody is covering him, right? So that's where my head is going to be watching, and that's why I see him coming across the field there, and we're trailing and chasing him. With a little more time, he will throw a touchdown on us on the tight end deep in route there. But he doesn't get the time. He scrolls around, and we hold him to 3. He does kick us 3, 4th goal from 21. Makes sense. I do not blame him kicking at all. Especially he should be pretty confident what he's doing. So for me, I'm still just trying to maximize and learn to deuce close as best as possible. I am winning some games and I am losing some games, taking my lumps with it. Totally fine. But I've played a lot of people in tight slots before who have run heavy man abilities on me, heavy man blitzes on me, and I always felt like I struggled a little bit with it. So look at it, look at his ability, like, geez. I was like, well, let's try this. Let's see, can we run the ball? Or is there going to be some holes in here? We're not going to try to be rolling out. Lots of stuff going on. So the way it normally works is, let's break this down coverage wise. So obviously the outside corners are going to be manned up on the outside receivers. The safeties will be manned up on the tight ends accordingly. And so he's blitzing everyone else that's on the line, including the slot DB and one of the linebackers. So again, he's sending a lot of people, right? Which means that his user is going to generally be responsible for the running back. Keep that in mind as we go throughout the game here. So again, I thought we were going to house that. I really did. But I'm playing really slow. Like, we're testing our runs. How does the zone weak do? How does the inside zone split do? Again, let's get those out of the way now. And then when we have to pass in a situation here, we'll worry about it then, for the most part, right? Because this is a very difficult formation to play man against, in my opinion. Especially man, like a zero blitz sort of thing going here. The drag there beats a lot of coverage. That streak will beat a lot of coverage as well. It kind of operates as kind of a silly fade. The tight ends obviously can't be bumped. They won't be bumped because the safeties are so far back. And then again, he's responsible for the running back. So we just have some ideas of what we need to do here. And we do get the ball at half. So this game is going by really quick. This might be the fastest full game of Madden 22 I've played this year between both of us, right? Just zoom. This game is just zooming. We're at 7 minutes of real time, or almost at halftime. Like, it's pretty crazy. So again here, like, let's figure out what we can do. We've got these routes and we are getting yelled at here. Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. I was trying to block the running back there. The running back did not pick anyone up. So if we're gonna pass, I'm gonna need to block the tight end most likely here instead. So we see that, you know, we have to figure out what we want to do. We put the running back there. We scoot around and Tyler Higbee smokes Dion. Not doesn't just smoke him, outruns him completely to give us the lead. Now there's a big speed discrepancy on this matchup here. Let's see why this wins and how it happens. So we actually block the running back. Normally he's on some sort of check and release. So he's going to do a better job here. He's following the drag this time because he's like drag. We might have actually had X as well. If you see that X looks like he might be open with a nice lob, but because Dion is playing off coverage here, he's just a step behind, and even with all those KOs, he's not even close enough. He's so far away at this point. Again, look at X Cup. He's got 2.5 yards on him, so we could have thrown a touchdown there, but we decided to go here. I didn't expect that to go for a touchdown, but I was hoping for first down, and I kind of wanted to take more time off the clock, to be completely honest with you guys here, because if we were to go into the half with a 7-3 lead and getting ball, that's really good, because I feel like we can control the game for the most part, right? Now he has a chance to take the lead. He has 3 timeouts. Lots going on here. So again, are we going to be able to really do anything here? He's got this deep route coming across on Jalen Ramsey, and Jalen Ramsey, his man coverage does not really stand up to par, but he gets downfield so fast. It's like, okay, so we've already given up 3 points here. Okay, great. So again, we're putting cloud flats out there on both sides. We're trying to see what's happening. He rolls out. We're covering the touchdown. If he wants to take the short stuff here, that's fine, as long as we can tackle him in bounds, but we still can't do that. Still has all his timeouts. So we're kind of stuck here. Again, I'm trying to figure out what he wants to do. I'm guessing We do just completely run into the receiver, but he low ball, beautiful pass to the tight end there. Again, similar concept to what we did on our touchdown pass. He's not really getting pressed, so he's gonna have a free release, and free releases normally do pretty well. Here he runs. I thought this was a touchdown. I was like, oh, okay, well, now we're getting the ball back. The power O, great run for him there. Really surprised he didn't go back to it. Instead, he goes back to Jumbo. So I just assumed he was going to run. So I just ran commit. Like I didn't really know what else to do. It was like, we'll run commit and see. And then run to somewhere to try to pick off a pass if he happens to throw a pass. You know, we're just, I don't know, guessing. We're just guessing here. And again, our run defense is really, really standing up. But he just had a big run with one certain play and didn't go back to it. I feel like that's probably a bad decision there. Forced me to stop it at least, right? You might as well. It was effective. Forced me to stop it. So 14 seconds, no timeouts. If he's going to hike this ball here, he needs to be sure that if nothing's open, he has to get rid of it. You cannot take a sack here whatsoever. So we actually have incredibly good adjustments going on here. And everything is completely locked up. And he sort of panics, right? And he gets sacked. So adjustment-wise, again, we're basically doing what we did last time he was in the red zone because it worked. So why not try the same thing again? There's the cloud flat, the hard flat, the hook curl. Again, what do we have to watch? 15 on the left side of the screen is the guy we're trying to come across against. And that hook curl plays everything perfectly. Last time he had the tight end going from right to left across the screen, and he would have obviously been pretty open. But he doesn't this time. So we have contains out here as well. And he just kind of gets like stuck in no man's land here. Honestly, it's a really difficult situation. He hasn't escaped the pocket. He can't throw the ball away. So I think he's trying to get out to throw the ball away. But our contains just activate. Finally. And we hold him to 0 points there. Again, a pretty big misstep. But it was really good defense down there. Maybe just a general throwaway, throws it at the back of the end zone potentially. At least a try to. That's what I would. I think it was just a mistake, right? I think if he goes back 100 times out of 100, he plays that slightly differently there. But we also played good defense. So I'm going to pat myself on the back and say we probably got a little lucky that he didn't or wasn't able to throw the ball away, because there's no way he was trying to take a sack at all. Too smart. So now, again, we see, look at all this stuff here. It's like, okay, so let's try to control this game and control the clock and do exactly what we want to do. We've been very efficient. We have been on third downs, but we've converted. I want to run the ball here for the clock. Now, we still have to move the ball downfield. We still need to get into field goal range to at least make this a 7-point game. But you see, I have 2 yards a carry, 1 yard, 3 yards a carry. We're not averaging much on the ground at all. So I can't actually rely on running the ball to pick up these first downs. I have to take the clock and then make a pass. 100%. Like I said, we're trying to control the game. So that's really what we're doing here. Now, again, this is me trying to figure out exactly what he's doing here. Again, we're going to bullet pass. We're going to possession catch there. A little fortunate there, potentially. But again, similar idea that I wanted to do. Tight end on a corner route. Tight end on a post route. Those sorts of things there. So again, here, we're going to run the ball. We're going to take the clock because, let's be honest, when you play someone who is a better player than you, and he is indeed a better player than me, if we play 100 times, he wins more than I do. That is a fact. But I need to shorten the game as best as possible. And you see, we are getting nowhere. We were a 3rd and 6. Now we're a 3rd and 9. And the run isn't doing anything for us except control the clock. In this game, that is really, really important, honestly. So again, this is where I'm trying to do something a little bit different here. We've been blocking the running back, so I motion him out to put him on this wheel route, to know that like that's probably where he has to go, and so we can make this little throw here, and we actually get not a first down. 4th and 2. Fair. So we're obviously going to go for it. We're at the 50-yard line, right? You might as well. So again, if I can take his user out of the play, it is a great thing. So that's what we're doing. We're motioning over. We want to get rid of this. And he just gets stuck here, thankfully. And he gets stuck just long enough to give us the open space. He wasn't trying to be stuck. I guarantee he was trying to get out there, just got sucked in. Maybe he thought we were blocking. I doubt that. I really feel like sometimes you just get sucked into the animations. So right here, we finally actually have a decent carry, and we are nearing the 4th quarter, up 4, playing really, really well. I know CC, this isn't the most exciting game you could have shown us. I know it's not. And that's okay. Not every game of Madden is exciting, especially when you're playing someone that like you want this win. You need this win, right? This would be a good win for me. One of my better wins this year, for sure. So we're just gonna take it to the 4th quarter. Might as well, right? Might as well. So what I'm doing instead here, see, I came out in different formation here, and I'm gonna come out in the same formation again to just try something different, right? Again, what has he not seen me really do here? Okay, well, he hasn't seen this one yet, so let's try this, because he's obviously boxing up our deuce close runs extremely well. There's one decent run, the rest of them very minimal. So we try this. I feel like he's gonna get some of the wrong coverage here, or wrong play. But we are able to house it. Derrick Henry finally comes in and does something for us. Gets the touchdown. Now puts us up 14-3. 4 minutes left. Right? Okay. We're in a decent spot. We're in a decent spot. If all we should really need at this point is 1 or 2 first downs, regardless of what he does, and that should be the game. We're 2 first downs away from taking this W. We just have to. We don't even have to stop him here. I just don't want him to score fast, right? The slower he scores, the better for us. Whether it's 3, whether it's 6, 7, whatever it would be. So again, like let's sort of do the same thing. It's been slowing him down, aside from one sort of random post route. So we get some pressure there. I don't know if he was going to be wide open on the outside there. I feel like he was. I feel like he might have bombed us here. But him using motion to create routes and combinations here with man is really, really smart. Him using the running back to his advantage, again, really smart. Him getting out of bounds, really smart. You're seeing a lot of really, really smart things in here. Again, that play inside cross, even the one in bunch, very tough to stop with man coverage. He knows what he's doing. So like, we're just trying, like, can we get something here? And he gets a bad pass. I don't know if that was an inaccurate or what it was, but we'll take it. I don't know if I would rather him caught it and been in bounds and taken the 25 seconds, but it is what it is. So again, the only formation I'm mildly familiar with is this one. If you guys remember, we ran at the end of Madden 20. And so he's running, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna beat us there. And he does. And we do, again, we finally tackle him in bounds to take some clock. Again, we get a quick runoff. It's cool. We'll take any extra time we can get here. So I'm honestly, I'm not adjusting a lot at this point at all. I feel like we're doing a decent job in stopping him. And he does get some separation there, and he throws it, but we got Cam, and that's the one mistake. He made one mistake all game, in my opinion, and that was the mistake. Like, that was the biggest mistake. Didn't need to throw that. Maybe with more of a pass lead up, maybe with Gunslinger, that's completed. But pass lead elite, not so much. They throw the ball slower, not as far, especially when you're on the run there. So 243 up 11. Like, we gotta try to pick up a first down here, right? But I also want to take the clock. At least at this point, I want the clock to hit the 2-minute warning. I want to get rid of that free timeout for him, just in case. Even if we have to give him the ball back, it's totally fine. We're gonna put him in a much harder position potentially here. Now, the first down doesn't win the game, but at least gets us pretty far. And so we can at least now force him to use one of his timeouts or lose the 30 seconds. Again, puts us in a really good position. Whichever, I would actually prefer him using the timeout personally. So when we get the ball back, that's another free 30 seconds for us off the clock. But should we have played more aggressive in this situation potentially? I don't know. So I decided here to pass. I decided that if nothing was open, we would just take the sack. And nothing really was open, so we just scramble again, trying to be safe. We could have fought a little harder for the first down, but I was okay with that because again, now we're taking clock or a timeout. An incomplete pass or a pick or whatever would have been terrible. So I am actually punting the ball here. The reason why I'm punting, not that I believe that I can pick up 3 yards. Yes, I do. But I also believe that this makes it a lot harder for him, because what if we don't get the 3 yards? What if we get shedded or drop with all those abilities? Very difficult. So let's play safe, give him the ball, make him go downfield. Now he has a choice at this point as well. When you're down and you have all your timeouts, you can get downfield and kick the quick field goal, or you can go for the touchdown. The right call here is the field goal. In this situation, with the amount of time he has left on the clock. But he lots kind of open there. I think everyone was actually open, but again, we can't tackle him in bounds. Like, oh, why can't we get a tackle in this game? It's fine, it's fair, it's right, it's fine. Again, a tackle in bounds there changes the entire dynamic of the game. We do not get it. It is what it is. So again, I'm not going to play too aggressively on defense here with my adjustments and stuff. Beautiful play by him, gets out of bounds. Just beautiful. Should we have done something different there? Probably, but we didn't. And he is going to go ahead and take his field goal. So again, he took 13 seconds to get downfield. Did we play that drive correctly? Probably not. Sure, he broke a tackle. In hindsight 2020, I do not feel like we played that correctly. He has to kick deep here, because if he doesn't kick deep and it's onside and we recover, we're already in field goal range. Again, kicking deep here. I see far too many people honestly kick onside in this situation. You're giving me another possession of points, right? So whenever, I want to pause here for a second. I want to break this exact situation down. You're winning, and you can't lose in regulation at this point. They have all their timeouts. My first play, 99% of the time, is a run. Not that I think the run is going to pop or it's going to do anything for me, but simply it is just, I want clock or a timeout. I have to force something there, because if I run the ball here, in this exact scenario, he uses a timeout, 1 first down wins the game. 1 first down wins the game. Right? I might as well do that. Like, some people would pass in this situation. But if you pass and you get the first down, it does not guarantee you the win. So let me take my time. Let me run the ball here, because it just makes sense. Especially the 1 minute. If it's anything around a minute, say a minute 20 and less, you run the ball the first play here to force the timeout. You have to. Okay. So that's what we're doing. I mean, he knows we're running the ball. Am I expecting to get anything out of this? Nope. Do I care? Not really. That's all I wanted. That's the timeout. Because now, first down wins the game. Now we could keep playing passive. I could keep running the ball here and try to get another timeout. But again, a first down wins the game. So let's try to win this game at this point. This is winning time. This is the end of the game. So we're going to set up a play. We're going to do that. His user gets stuck. Thankfully, again, we were able to pass. Again, short drag, get the first down, which then does secure us the win. He does end up quitting here. We see name is 6 of 6, 121. Not a lot of passing, but all those abilities that he had on defense, we were able to avoid them. Again, we avoided them very carefully, but we did avoid them. So this goes back to our conversation we had earlier in the video about abilities with man defense and abilities to beat man defense. We had 0 abilities to beat man defense. We had 0 AP on man abilities, and I think it was actually 16 AP to defend with man. And it didn't really matter. Now in other games, it will matter tremendously. If you play him and you're in bunch or something like that, good luck. Good luck. Because he knows exactly how to defend that. He's defended that 1,000 times this year probably. So if you were running maybe something a little more traditional, maybe a man beating ability, a route tech is good. But again, if you're going to have one route tech and someone is playing man, they're probably just going to cover that guy themselves as well. So you may need 2. It's a tricky situation, but again, I'm not going to use abilities that I don't feel like I necessarily need here. If we were in tight slots, I do not think we win this game. Personally, I think he locks us up much better. But who knows? We'll find out if we ever play again. Maybe so. But good luck to him on the rest of his run. I know he did a decent run this year. If you guys want to check him out over on Twitch, you can do that as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm out. Peace.